Though living millennia and miles apart, they had a dialogue, somehow transcending time and space due to their acute cultural perceptions and their aspiration for a spiritual world. They are Leo Tolstoy, a giant of Russian literature, and Confucius, the founder of Confucianism. Throughout the history of world culture, a novel with intimate reflections on the times and humanity makes a timeless classic. In 2004, when talking about what's on his shelves, Chinese President Xi Jinping called Tolstoy the widest Russian writer, noting that among Tolstoy's 3 masterpieces, War and Peace is his favourite. The humanitarian spirit Tolstoy espoused harmonizes with the traditional Confucian values of benevolence and rituals. There's a natural chemistry between Tolstoy and Confucius. War and Peace is full of intimate portraits of Russians' daily life during the Napoleonic invasion of Russia. Expressing discontent at war, the epic novel also praises the humanitarian spirit through the characters and the twists and turns of their destinies. Writings are for conveying truth. The English versions of the 4 books were Tolstoy's first contact with Confucian thought and had a profound impact on him. Tolstoy's intimate knowledge of Chinese culture and strong attachment to the Chinese people were encapsulated in some of his writings. There is a line that goes like this: "I have been familiar with Chinese religious doctrines and philosophies for a long time, not to mention Confucius, Lao Tzu, and the annotations to their works. I have high respect for the Chinese people." Studying Confucius and Confucianism is an important approach to understanding the national characteristics of the Chinese, as well as the historical roots of the spiritual world of the present-day Chinese. As the Chinese saying goes, the benevolent loves others. Tolstoy's intense interest in the study of the Confucian concept of benevolence enabled him to understand both Confucianism and the Chinese nation. In an article titled "On Confucian Philosophy," he said that China is the world's oldest and biggest nation. China is the most peace-loving nation across the globe. Chinese people have no desire to grab others' possessions, nor do they have any lust for war. On September 24, 2014, Xi attended the international conference in commemorating the 2565th anniversary of Confucius' birth. While noting that the fine traditional culture of China should play a critical role in the present-day world, Xi said that contemporary human beings face such outstanding problems as widening wealth gaps, endless greed for materialistic satisfaction and luxury, unrestrained extreme individualism, continuous decline of social credit, ever-degrading ethics, and increasing tension between man and nature. She also added that some people of insight believe that the fine traditional culture of China, Confucianism included, contains important inspirations for solving the troubles facing us today. Since ancient times, Chinese people have held in esteem ideas preaching peace. Coordinate and seek harmony with all nations. Associating with the benevolent and befriending neighbours is a precious virtue of the state. Within the 4 seas, all men are brothers. A far-off relative is not as helpful as a near neighbour. Neighbours wish each other well, just as loved ones do to each other. A warlike state dies inevitably, no matter how big it is. The love for peace has been embedded firmly in the spiritual world of the Chinese nation and remains China's basic idea in handling international relations. Hailed as the soul of the golden era of 19th century Russian literature, Tolstoy harbored a deep love for Chinese culture. He believed the peace-loving Chinese nation will play a significant role in the future of humanity. As the Chinese saying goes, the universal way leads to the greater good of all. Peace and development are the themes of our times. They are the unstoppable trend of history. The dialogue between the brilliant souls of Tolstoy and Confucius transcends national borders, civilizations, time and space. Their dialogue is as much a timeless crystallization of the cultural exchanges between the East and the West as it is a shining example of the bond of affinity among peace-loving people. As she has said, given the challenges facing humankind, countries need to strengthen solidarity, not create estrangement. They need to advance cooperation, not provoke conflicts. Let us join hands to build a community with a shared future for mankind and bring greater benefit to the people of our world.